Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do a 6-week update since I am officially now 7 weeks and 2 days pregnant today. I just wanted to go over some of the symptoms that I had during my 6 weeks and the development of the baby so far as well. I'm going to be looking down because I have my notebook with all my symptoms on it. So we'll start off with 6 weeks and 1 day. I had consistent nausea. The spotting that I was experiencing stopped. I haven't had anything, knock on wood, this whole 6 week. So that's good. I didn't really have any cramping. The fatigue started, pretty tired, and I had to pee a lot. And then for the development on 6 weeks and 1 day, it says that the nasal pits, which will turn into the nose, are starting to form, which I thought was pretty interesting. 6 weeks and 2 days, I had nausea, severe fatigue, and heartburn. Like, fatigue really revved up this week. I've been so exhausted. Like, I could be asleep by 8 p.m. and I take naps during the day when I'm not working. And yeah, it's brutal. So 6 weeks, 2 days, again, nausea, really bad fatigue, and heartburn. And the development, this is that the brain is developing rapidly, which is pretty darn cool. 6 weeks and 3 days, I had nausea, fatigue, and a mild headache. And development, some primitive blood has begun to move through the body. It's pretty neat. I use a whole bunch of different pregnancy apps, but Glow is where I get most of my information, and Ovia, and it tells you like week by week or day by day what's going on, and I think it's pretty neat. And then 6 weeks and 4 days, again, nausea, fatigue, heartburn, and frequent urination. And then for development, the spleen is now appearing. 6 weeks and 5 days, fatigue, nausea, and constipation. And on this day, the legs are taking shape. And on 6 weeks and 6 days, this is the first day I actually threw up. So for some reason, I was craving California rolls, and I read that they were safe to eat during pregnancy. It's because it's not raw fish. God, sorry. See, I'm tired. But when I got them, I noticed they had, like, raw fish eggs on them, like, on the outside of them. And I don't know if it was, like, in my head that I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't be eating this. I kind of scraped it off the outside, but I don't know, like 30 minutes after I ate some of the sushi, I threw up bad. And that was the first time I've ever really thrown up this whole time. And then I had mild fatigue and I was really hungry. And I don't know why I didn't write that down for every day of this week, because I have been super hungry every single day of this week. Every day. From the moment I wake up to the minute I go to bed, my stomach is growling and wants to eat something. So on this day for the development, 6 weeks and 6 days, it said the umbilical cord has formed. And then 7 weeks, I just wrote down that the baby is the size of a blueberry. So just some like life things from 6 weeks. I changed, so my job, I work 4 10-hour days, which this week it was like impossible, and I just felt like it was going to be impossible to do. It was going to be impossible to keep doing 4 10s because I'm so tired. So I talked to my boss and we changed my schedule down to 3 12s, which is still pretty difficult. I mean, It's like whenever 3 o'clock rolls around, I just feel so dead. I feel like a zombie. And I don't really know how long that's gonna last for. Some days it's better, some days it's horrible. And then I decided, because I don't know, I have a little anxiety, obviously, about this pregnancy because I had a miscarriage the last time I was pregnant. So for me, waiting from the last time I had an ultrasound to the next time, which it was like 2 weeks and 3 days, felt like a really long time. So I was just Googling, because I was reading online that some places offer you an ultrasound where you can pay for it without insurance, anything like that. So I did find a place, and it was $60, and it was called the Peace of Mind package, and you could do it starting at 6 weeks, and they would do an abdominal ultrasound where they would print off pictures, and they would give you or let you listen to the heartbeat. So I did that because, I actually did that today, at 7 weeks and 2 days, because I don't know, I just was worried, especially since the doctor said 98 was kind of low. I know she said that she wasn't really worried about it, but I worry about everything. So I did go and do that with Dylan, and I was glad I got to hear the heartbeat. They don't tell you what it is because they can't do any sort of like diagnostics. So, but it sounded really strong and loud, so I'm hoping that's a good thing. And I was really wanting Dylan to record it so I could listen to it at home, but he didn't. And I got a picture. It's not very clear. Hang on. I need to grab it. It is really hard to see, but let me see if turn this around here. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but right there in the little corner is the baby. And it's on my left side because she found it on my left side, which I had thought it was going to be on my right. But I mean, it was still, you can't really see it that great, and I know it doesn't really tell you the beats per minute, which I really, really wanted to know, but it was still comforting to see it and to hear the heartbeat, to know that everything was still, at least from what I could tell, on track. So, I mean, $60 was kind of a lot because she only really did it for like 5 minutes. I don't know. I mean, if you haven't had any issues in any of your previous pregnancies, I don't think it's necessary, but I wanted some peace of mind, about it, so that's why I did it, and I'm glad I did. My next appointment will be, let's see, what's today? Monday. So it's going to be next Tuesday. So about a week away. And that's going to be the one at the OBGYN. And I'm just praying that everything keeps going the way that it should. And it's still hard for me to believe that something that little and tiny is like beating and living inside of me. And I mean, I definitely, the 6 weeks I would say has been defined by hunger, fatigue, like major fatigue, nausea, and that's like the big all-encompassing symptoms that I've had so far. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and all of the comments. It makes me feel happy that people are interested in my story. And I think that my next video, along with my 7-week update, I want to do like a fiance tag and things like that, just so that way you guys can get to know Dylan, and maybe I'll introduce my stepdaughters and his daughters, just so that way you guys can get to know our family a little bit better. If you have any questions or comments or anything, please leave them down below, and like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. You guys have a great rest of your day, and baby dust to all of you.